Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is time for another Spy Family Sunday. But before we get into that, if you're enjoying the content here, please feel free to subscribe, like, and drop me a comment. I do like discussing these chapter reviews after I post it. So this chapter starts off with Agent Mustache and Fiona. They're sitting at their assigned posts and they're wondering, like, how did Agent Wheeler get the drop on us? What's going on? Did they change locations? Do we get bad information? We then cut to where Agent Wheeler is meeting up with the SSS agents who are ready to receive the information. The man in black is asking Agent Wheeler, hey, how about you hand over that information you promised us? And Agent Wheeler's like, first, I need you to verify that you're actually with the SSS. The man is taken aback by this. He's like, what, you think I'm Twilight in disguise? Please. And so Agent Wheeler's like, hey, my green tie and yellow gemstone verify who I am. That's the only thing you needed from me, right? The man in black is like, hey, the color is yellow. Another man's like, on it. This immediately puts Agent Wheeler on alert. And then we cut to the big boss, the guy that wears the shades. He's like, okay, yellow, got it. We cut to a man that's walking down the hallway. Big boss man is like, hey, Jeffrey, how's it going? Do you want to go and eat lunch with me? So Jeffrey tells the chief, he's like, I kind of have a lot of paperwork that I need to file, so, maybe another time. And the director's like, I can't let you do that. In fact, I'm never letting you near any of our files ever again. Jeffrey starts to sweat bullets. He looks worried. And so the director's like, with the meat for Agent Wheeler, we did tell them about the green tie and gemstone, but we never disclosed any information about the color of the gemstone. However, just to mix things up, we did tell certain agents different colors, and you just happen to be assigned the color yellow. Basically, you're the mole for Wise. And so we don't see what happens to Jeffrey, but there's this really ominous panel of the section chief, and he just looks absolutely pissed. And so we cut back to Agent Wheeler, and they're like, as for our fake Wheeler, that's you, Agent Twilight. Obviously, we all knew that this was Twilight pretending to be Wheeler. Twilight's like, damn it, I thought I had given myself some time, enough for Agent Nightfall to, secure Wheeler, which is Fiona. And so the man in black is like, really, that was an incredible interpretation of Wheeler. You're just as good as everybody says you are. And so he's like, what's next? You gonna peel that disguise off for me? Agent Wheeler or Twilight triggers some kind of trap that makes a fountain where they are explode. And it's really cool because Twilight's briefcase turns into a gun. A gun pops out of the bottom of it. It's just so freaking cool. I love spy gadgets. He's making a run for it. He's shooting everybody, just trying to, haul ass to get away from these agents. And they're like, don't let him get away, don't let him get away. And so there's all this panic and everybody's trying to catch Twilight and there's traps, and in the chaos some of the agents find Yuri all beaten and bruised up sitting next to a gate, and they're like, Agent Yuri, like, what happened to you? Which way did he go? And it's cool because Twilight is pretending to be Yuri. I don't know how he changed so fast. I guess it shouldn't be a mystery. Yuri points, he's like, oh, go to the east. He's at the east gate. And so he gets those agents off of his tail. Meanwhile, the real Yuri and his commander are out in the woods, doing some patrols and whatnot. And Yuri discovers a footprint in the dirt. And he's like, Captain, this is my first time ever coming out here, and yet my footprint is on the dirt. And so Yuri's instantly suspicious. And he's like, tell the commander that there's a good chance that Agent Twilight is in the sewers. Yuri jumps down into the sewers, and his captain is like, don't act without orders. We don't know what the situation is. We need to plan for this. Yuri's like, this isn't like Twilight to leave a clear footprint like that. I'm gonna go find him. There's a chance that he's panicking. His commander's like, I'll send backup, be on your guard, and if you see anything unusual, give us a signal. And so Yuri just goes commando, and he's off on his own in the sewers looking for Twilight. He's scouting, he's looking around, being cautious, and then suddenly a pipe swipes for his head. He's like, I'm dead, because there's a barrel of a gun pointing right at him, and then he sees his reflection. And so Twilight, disguised as Yuri, is like, Yuri Breyer, and then Yuri is like Twilight, and so they're facing each other, guns ready to go, and you just hear all of this bang, 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 bang. It cuts to Yor. She's in the kitchen doing something, I guess, washing dishes, and it's symbolic because she drops one of Lloyd's plates and it shatters. And she's like, oh no, I broke one of Lloyd's dishes. It cuts her finger. She starts bleeding and she's like, oh, all of this is Yuri's fault, saying that Lloyd was cheating. And she sort of just takes a moment and looks at her finger, and there's this really cool transition where it's her finger bleeding, but it also symbolizes that, hey, somebody got shot in the sewer. Either it was Lloyd or it was Yuri. And the chapter ends with you're wondering if Lloyd is going to be home late. And that's just how the chapter ends. Again, fantastic chapter. The cliffhanger is crazy, you guys. Cliffhanger is absolutely nuts for this chapter. So, as far as predictions, we'll save Yuri and Lloyd for last. So if Jeffrey is actually the mole that was leaking documents to Wise, where's Agent Wheeler? Where is this guy at? You know what I'm saying? Because that's who they suggested in the last chapter that was the actual mole, was Agent Wheeler. What's gonna happen to Jeffrey? You know, it's kind of interesting. I guess we'll see what happened with Agent Wheeler. Either he escaped or he was apprehended. So as far as Yuri versus Lloyd, oh my god, who got shot? Is it serious? And is somebody dying? I mean, it could be a bullet graze or it could be an actual shot. I want to say if anybody is in danger, I would say it's Yuri, just because he's obviously less experienced than Lloyd. But then again, Lloyd was caught off guard by seeing Yuri in the sewer. He didn't expect to run into him down there. So it could be Agent Twilight that's been shot. So, I mean, it's just a crazy cliffhanger. You know, I can't wait for next chapter to see who has survived, who was the one that ended up getting shot. You know, all of these questions that need to be answered. But I'm glad we've gotten some story progression as far as finding out that Jeffrey was at least one of the moles. And we're finally getting Lloyd versus Yuri. And then everything that's happening with Agent Wheeler, trying to find out where he is. So this was a fantastic chapter. Can't wait for the next chapter. And until next time, remember to be awesome and stay true.